Welcome to NTN Nightly. I'm Humadima. This edition's top stories. The early childhood services sector undergoes a phased reopening. A nearly $8 million Guerre Primary School is set for construction. And plans for the National Health Insurance Program advances. The Department of Education, Innovation and Gender Relations, through its Early Childhood Services Unit, ECSU, has been working collaboratively with local health authorities to ensure the safe reopening of the early childhood sector on the island. Authorities from the Department of Environmental Health have been conducting island-wide inspections of the various early childhood centers to ensure compliance to the guidelines provided in collaboration with the St. Lucia Bureau of Standards. As such, the early childhood sector reopened on a phased basis, with all approved private sectors resuming operations on Tuesday, 6 April 2021. Government-operated centers will reopen their doors on Monday, 19 April 2021. Only centers which have met the approved guidelines and demonstrate a sense of readiness to receive children in a safe and conducive environment have been granted approval to reopen. Ruth Phillips-Favrier is the training officer in the Early Childhood Development Services Unit.
Based on those protocols, all early childhood centers were expected to produce a COVID-19 response plan, which outlined in great detail all the measures they would be putting into place at their centers to ensure the safety, well-being, protection, and health of the children, staff, and parents. Those plans were approved by our unit, and then they were forwarded to the Department of Environmental Health, where the health inspectors went out to every early childhood center to ensure that they were in compliance with the plans they had presented to us and that things were in place in keeping with the stipulated guidelines. We would like to say that we are aware that a few of the early childhood centers have not been visited as yet, and as such, they have not been allowed to reopen because reopening was contingent upon approval from the Department of Environmental Health. I would like to assure these administrators and staff members that the centers will be visited during the week of April 6th, and upon approval from the department, they will be given the go-ahead by the unit to also resume their operations.
The authorities are urging the centers to adhere to the established protocols. Mrs. Phillips-Favrier says there will be constant assessments.
Both the officers from the Department of Environmental Health and the officers at the Early Childhood Services Unit will be doing regular monitoring of those centers to assess how those protocols are being implemented and to ensure adherence and compliance to them. We would like to commend the administrators and staff of the centers for the tremendous effort and resources expended in ensuring that they met those criteria. And from cursory comments and discussions, we are satisfied that they have complied fully, and we want to encourage them that this has to be continuous. Maintenance and adherence cannot be compromised.
Training officer in the Early Childhood Development Services Unit, Ruth Phillips-Favrier. Meantime, the Ministry of Health and Wellness is working closely with the Ministry of Education to facilitate the safe and sustainable reopening of school for the third term in April 2021. The health and safety of students, teachers, and all staff of schools are important as officials continue to strengthen and prepare the sector for the successful reopening. In an effort to ensure that the principals, teachers, and all staff of the various schools feel comfortable returning to school, special considerations have been put in place to facilitate their immunization throughout this week. On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, the educators were facilitated at the Philip Masler Grounds in V4 and Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds. On Wednesday, April 7th, teachers, principals, and school staff can access the Soufriere Hospital, and on Thursday, 8th April 2021, they can visit the VG Sports Complex. The teachers and staff of all schools are encouraged to visit one of the vaccination sites closest to their homes to receive their first dose of the vaccine. The Ministry of Education, Innovation, Gender Relations and Sustainable Development will soon deliver a state-of-the-art school to the community of Guerre Babonneau. A new Guerre Primary School was first earmarked for construction in 2010, but it was delayed as a result of the passage of Hurricane Thomas. Jessie Leos has the details.
The signing ceremony for the building of the Guerre Combined Primary School signaled the commencement of the long-anticipated phase of the project. At a small ceremony at the Ministry of Education's conference room, stakeholders witnessed the contract signing between the Government of St. Lucia and Construction and Industrial Equipment Limited. The school will be built on a lot of 16,412 square feet, of which 15,250 square feet will be occupied by the structure at a cost of EC $7,552,297.97. The nearby Guerre community playing field will accommodate some of the school's sporting activity. Mary Grace Auguste is the project coordinator of the Education Quality Improvement Project EQUIP.
The facility, as per the designs of the firm NTN CE Limited, will comprise 3 stories, a basement, a ground floor and a first floor. The top floor will house 4 classrooms, 1 library, which will double up as an IT laboratory, and 1 music room. The ground floor will house 4 classrooms, a sick bay, staff, common room, and principal's office. The basement level, which was redesigned by NTN CE Limited from previous designs, will house an open breezeway, male and female washroom facilities, and janitorial storage area.
CEO of Construction and Industrial Equipment Limited, Reno Gajada, pledged his company's commitment to delivering this project in a timely manner.
However, I must also say that because the school is going up in the Guerre area, I will make every opportunity available for the people of the Guerre area to be part of the building of the school. That way they will know what's going on, how it's going on, and feel that they were part of it even 20 years later, especially the young people who may be able to work on the project.
Parliamentary Representative for Babonneau, Honorable Ezekiel Joseph, expressed elation at the commencement of the building phase despite many hurdles. He says he is pleased that community inclusion is being made a priority as part of this project.
I want to say that I'm happy that we have a local contractor, because one of the concerns I expressed when I was told about the bidding process, and I heard a number of international and regional contractors, were shortlisted, meeting CDB's requirement. I expressed one concern. What is it in it for my Guerre people? Mm-hmm. And Mr. Reno, I'm happy. One of the reasons I'm here today, you have spoken to it. I'm happy to hear that serious consideration will be given to people in Guerre who have the skill and expertise and commitment to participate during the construction phase. And I'm open, ready to work along with your team in ensuring that this happens.
Minister for Education, Innovation, Gender Relations and Sustainable Development, Honorable Dr. Gail Rigobert, thanked stakeholders for their patience during the lengthy process of meeting the requirements prior to the construction phase. She underscored the various considerations to be implemented during the building of the school.
I want to underscore the fact that this is a smart school for smart children. And what do we mean by smart school? I can see my colleagues starting to smile behind their masks already. What do we mean by a smart school? And some of this was shared with you a moment ago. That it is climate smart, climate resilient, that it is energy smart. By that we mean that it has the capacity to leverage renewable energy so as to allow for us to realize energy efficiency gains. I know too that it is smart to the extent that we recognize the different capabilities and physical capacity of our students with respect to accessibility and motor ability.
a prerequisite of co-financier Caribbean Development Bank CDB for the construction of the Guerre Primary School included an environmental and social management plan. For the Government Information Service, I am Jessie Leonce reporting.
St. Lucia may finally see the first phase of a National Health Insurance NHI program as early as the end of this year. More in this report from Fernal Neptune.
The implementation of National Health Insurance will mark a major milestone in the island's healthcare system. Through the National Health Insurance, the government of St. Lucia aims to make healthcare more accessible to all segments of the population, facilitating more inclusive health coverage. Health planner in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Lauren James, explains the first phase of the National Health Insurance system will include an essential package of health services at the primary care level, geared at tackling non-communicable diseases.
What this will attempt to do is have persons be able to access healthcare when they need it without thinking about, hey, do I have money to pay for this? Do I have money to pay for that? So in that way, persons can be more proactive about their health by seeking care when they need it. In the first phase, we are looking at a package of services where we are targeting more or less chronic diseases which have been affecting the country at large. For example, diabetes, hypertension. We have the screening for cancer and other care areas.
National Health Insurance is a means to achieve universal health coverage in St. Lucia. Universal health coverage means that all people have access to the health services they need when they need them without enduring any financial hardship or paying for health care out of pocket.
What we envision is where persons would pay a premium every month, or whether it be every year or every month, and they would access health care and they would not have to pay out of pocket. Normally, right now, as it stands, for example, I have an insurance package, and I would have to pay for the service out of pocket and then claim from my insurance company. What we are looking for is to move away from that and to have the insurance companies reimburse the providers. So that is the method in which where you pay your premium, and then whenever you need the care, you just access and don't pay.
The development of National Health Insurance is a component of the Health System Strengthening Project funded by the World Bank. $5.5 million secured from the World Bank funded project is dedicated to the development of the National Health Insurance System in St. Lucia. To view the full interview with health planner in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Lauren James, go to the Government of St. Lucia's YouTube channel and Facebook page. Reporting from the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am Fernal Neptune.
The Department of Agriculture, in collaboration with the Taiwan Technical Mission, has officially launched the iFarm application. Anicia Antoine has the details.
The Department of Agriculture for the past 3 years has been collaborating with the Taiwan Technical Mission on the enhancing of the efficiency of the production distribution supply chain in the fruit and vegetable sector project, also known as the 7 Crops Project, with the aim of reducing the food import bill. The most recent output of the 7 Crops Project is the iFarm application. The application aims to solve the long-standing challenges of accurate and timely data collection. It allows for the capturing of information on current crops of farmers and potential yield, the reporting of market data, and the production of reports on farmer produce in any geographic location island-wide. Ambassador of the Republic of China, Taiwan, His Excellency Peter Shen, expressed hope that the iFarm app will assist in developing St. Lucia's agriculture sector.
The adoption of digital technologies in precision agriculture has been adjusting the ways that farmers grow their crops and manage fields. I'm privileged to witness this new chapter of agricultural collaboration between Taiwan and St. Lucia. By introducing this new integrated agriculture information system, iFarm. It is a sustainable, convenient, and transparent communication tool which connects the demand and the supply ends, thus able to expand market access and income of local farmers. I believe that this technology leap will bring significant benefits to solutions through different aspects, even adapting to impacts of climate change and advancing food security.
Extension officers island-wide recently received training on how to proficiently use the application. Regional Head of Region 5, Francis Kodra, expressed gratitude to the governments of St. Lucia and Taiwan for undertaking this initiative.
They certainly invested much-needed resources ensuring the ARS app moved from dream to reality to practical usefulness. It is my hope that this app will be utilized meaningfully and strategically to further development of the agricultural sector, especially the areas of vegetable production, and that accurate data can be collected for future programming that will redound to the benefit of our farmers and our nation.
Minister for Agriculture, Fisheries, Physical Planning, Natural Resources and Cooperatives, Honorable Ezekiel Joseph, commended the 7 Crops Project team on the success achieved to date. The minister encouraged officers to use the software effectively.
That technology that we are launching here today should not be populated in the office. And I'm happy to hear our 2 extension officers speak about the need of inputting accurate information. Because by inputting accurate information, we will be in a position to make that determination as to how we provide licenses for the importation of crops. And that's important. Because when we agreed to implement the 7 crop program, we made it clear that we would discontinue the issuing of licenses if we have the production at the field level.
The next step of the 7 Crops project is to provide training for farmers on how to efficiently use the iFarm application. From the Information Unit of the Ministry of Agriculture, I am Anicia Antoine reporting.
The CARICOM Secretariat has called on the Vatican to assist small states in combating COVID-19 by urging equitable access to vaccines. More from Tusankin English Francis of the CARICOM News Time.
Secretary General of the Caribbean Community, Ambassador Erwin LaRocque, has urged the Vatican to support its call for a global summit to address vaccine equity as he accredited the second ambassador of the Holy See to CARICOM, His Excellency Archbishop Fortunatus Wachukwu. The Caribbean Community and the Vatican signaled their intention to forge deeper relations on Wednesday, March 22nd, in a ceremony that highlighted the shared values on peace, equality, climate change, education, reparations, and equitable access to COVID-19 vaccines.
Today's accreditation ceremony signals the commitment to maintain relations between CARICOM and the Vatican. The Catholic Church provides a religious foundation and a moral compass for our societies and plays a vital social role in the development of our countries, particularly in education. Excellency, your appointment comes at a time of great global and regional challenges. The prolonged, multifaceted health and economic crisis resulting from the global coronavirus pandemic has caused massive disruption and hardship in most aspects of our lives. The economic crisis we face is compounded by the public health challenges. The matter of availability and equitable access to COVID-19 vaccines is of the utmost importance for CARICOM countries. According to the World Health Organization, rich countries, while comprising only 16% of the world's population, have already purchased 60% of available vaccine supplies. CARICOM has called on the WHO to convene a global summit to address the inequity in vaccine access and distribution. Pope Francis has been a consistent voice advocating for equitable access to vaccines. In that regard, I urge that the Vatican lends its voice in support to CARICOM's call for a global summit.
I am greatly elated to become, with this ceremony, the second plenipotentiary representative of the Holy See to CARICOM. This ceremony, in fact, crowns the round of presentations of my letters of accreditation as ambassador to 13 member states of CARICOM.
The CARICOM Secretary General indicated the full support of the community to Ambassador Wachukwu as he pledged to promote and strengthen relations between the Vatican and the CARICOM.
This is NTN Nightly. Up next, Primus Hutchinson with the NTN Nouvelle Creole.
Are you tired of eating unhealthy and overprocessed foods? Or the hassle to procure fresh fruits and vegetables? We at the St. Lucia Marketing Board want to ensure you receive the best fresh produce St. Lucia has to offer with the newly introduced Fruit and Vegetable Box. We put together a great seasonal selection of locally produced fruits and vegetables that can be delivered directly to you. The box prices range from $65 to $140. If you would like to customize your box or add additional products, you may contact us at 452-3214 or 453-1162.
Welcome back. We join Primus Hutchinson for the NTN Nouvelle Creole.
Merci autant, Monsieur, Madame, département qui est responsabilité pour information en gouvernement, c'est le GIS. À ce depuis télévision nationale, puis à NTN, qui a présenté une nouvelle à Creole, présenté Primus Hutchinson. Ministre qui est responsabilité pour agricole, c'est le honorable Ezekiel Joseph, je promets pour mettre tout ce pour le ministère et aussi le gouvernement derrière pour G7 dans oui, ça y est le 7 crops. Programme ça là qu'a fait et puis assistance mission technique du pays Taïwan. Ministre agricole là fait annoncement ça là de un spécial programme d'entraînement de 3 semaines qui passé. Côté plusieurs farmers, ça c'est qu'il devait les gyms de participer dans un programme 7 crops pour réduire la quantité de produits agricoles qui s'est acheté dans le pays. Selon le ministre agricole là, c'est des gouvernements avec le ministère pour que la majorité des produits agricoles qui sont sortis cette ici avec les farmers qui sont produits pour satisfaire le pays.
So moi je veux dire that moi happy that gouvernement Taïwan a nous support pour nous engager en développer système ça pour nous monitor accurately ça nous a fait. Moi je veux couiller à ces farmers pour yo participer à un programme là. Moi je veux dire that information by extension officer only assister yo et assister nous pour aider yo.
Présentement, ces participants en bas programme ça là, j'ai trouvé différents plans laitiers pour produire pour qui laisse ayo qui primaire pour cette ici. Parmi ces 7 daouya qui yon pour produire c'est choix pomme, moulon, zanana, tomatoes, bell pepper et cantaloupe. Département éducation qui est responsable pour service des affaires éducation pour les petits enfants. J'ai commencé à travailler et puis collaborer et puis les autorités santé à cette ici pour faire assurer que cette l'école puis a commencé opération et pour faire assurer que ça a fait sans essor. Les officiers du département de l'environnement santé, j'ai commencé à visiter cette l'école ça là au Lyon pays pour faire assurer qu'ils sont compliants et puis c'est divers règles qui sont supposés suivre enfin pour que toute affaire en ordre avant c'est l'école ça là ouvert. Alors pour raison ça là tout secteur éducation privée pour les enfants qui j'ai trouvé approuvé est supposé commencer opération lundi le 6 mois d'avril 2021. Pendant ce secteur qui est en bas contrôle gouvernement qui a commencé le 19 avril 2021. C'est seulement l'école qui j'ai trouvé approuvé et qui a montré qu'il y a paré pour recevoir ces petits enfants là à d'ailleurs l'environnement qui s'en sauve qui a trouvé permission pour commencer le programme. Département du ministère de l'Éducation qui est responsable pour l'éducation de l'école à pays qui a bienvenu secteur ça là pour vivre commencer l'école qui a fait un appel pour se mettre cette l'école ça là rester en chat et toujours faire assurer qu'il y a toujours qu'à suivre ces protocoles contre maladie corona pour protection ces petits enfants les travailleurs avec les parents aussi. En parlant de ça, le ministère de la Santé a travaillé très près et puis le ministère de l'Éducation pour faciliter le programme de l'école pour vivre commencer en mois d'avril à une façon qui est soutenable et qui aussi a toute protection en place. Des ministères fait comprendre que santé et protection, les étudiants, les instituteurs, ça c'est les teachers à l'école et que le travail est bien important comme il va continuer pour renforcer et préparer le secteur d'éducation pour une autre saison de l'école. Pour ça se porter bon succès. Il faut déjà fait pour faire assurer que tout principal, les instituteurs et travailler à l'école à tout pays pour se sentir assez confortable pour vivre en chambre d'école pays. Pour ça là, il y a une considération spéciale en place pour faciliter trouver la vaccine. Ça c'est pour faciliter trouver la vaccine durant semaine avril, commencer le 6. Il faut encourager les teachers et travailler à l'école pour visiter ces diverses places côté qui a apporté service la vaccine pour ça trouver première dose pour réduire la vaccine. Service la vaccine commencer le 6 et qui duré pour le 8 en mois d'avril 2021. Mardi le 6 c'était en Philippe Marcel Grounds, ça c'est là il a commencé, ça vient fort, et aussi à Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds à Beau-Séjour. Mercredi le 7, c'est à l'hôpital Soufrière, et jeudi le 8, c'est en facilité sport la Vigie, ça c'est Vigie Sports Complex. Et monsieur, mesdames, ça c'est côté nous, à toi, votre nouvelle là, je vous remercie autant pour regarder, pour avoir une invitation pour jeune moi considérer conserver la vie, dans les présenter l'autre nouvelle à Koyo. À présent, je vais vous présenter Homer.
Messy appeal primus. That brings us to the end of NTN Nightly. Join us next time at 7 p.m. with a repeat at 7 a.m. You could also catch up with us anytime on the Government of St. Lucia Facebook page or YouTube channel. I'm Bhumidi Ma.